something that we will definitely explore in the heats to come, right? You can get a mile done in numerous different ways, and that is exactly what our New Balance National Mile Champion showed us on the boys' side. We'll get to hear from the perspectives of the future Virginia Cavalier from Downers Grove himself, Philip Kupiol, once again going 4 minutes, 1.15 seconds on a 55-second last 400 to defeat Carter Smith. That's whom we're going to get to hear from very, very soon, as we have just fired off our second heat of 9 in the girls' championship mile. So far, your early leader through around 200 is Anna Berkheimer of Hardin Valley Academy. That first 200 was around 36, 37 seconds, so a little bit of a quicker start than the previous heat. That'll be good to shift the needle in the girls' championship mile. But it was all decided by a closing kick for the ages by Philip Kupiol downstairs with Devontae.
Philip, you had an amazing finish, and it got really chaotic in that last 220. Walk me through what was going through your head during that finish.
The only thing I was concentrated on was Carter Smith right in front of me. I knew he had a crazy kick, his accolades show for themselves. So all I knew what I wanted to do was beat him and win. All that was going through my mind was just all the hard work I put in this whole season. My coaches looking from afar, and my parents right here, so I knew I could have put on a show and show their commitment along with mine, so it meant the world to me.
Well, congratulations. And you talked about putting on a show, something we obviously can see you do. Tell me about that celebration we see you do, jumping up on the barrier. Walk me, what was going through the head in the moment?
Just, it was straight adrenaline, winning on this big stage means, a lot. I've never won something this big, and I've dreamt about this moment so much, and it meant so much to me, so I just kind of let myself take over, the intrusive thoughts take over, and I just went on the stand and hugged my parents. It was an awesome moment.
All right, and do you want to give a message to those parents in the stands watching you?
Yeah, along with my parents, also my coaches, Coach Sipple, Coach Edelman, along with all my teammates back in Downers Grove, Illinois. It means the world to me, along with my parents and all my siblings looking from afar, my friends. I couldn't do this without you guys, so thank you so much.
All right, well, you heard it here. Give it up one more time for Philip, everyone, your boys' mile championship winner.
Thank you so much, Devontae, and man, Philip Kupiol again, 55 on that last lap. And as I was saying before we tossed it down to Devontae and Philip, miles can develop in so many different ways, Mark, but when you see a close where you can find that little something extra in that last 400, what does that say about athletes' maturity at this high school level?
Yeah, I mean, that's really some of the fine-tune, razor edge pieces of an athlete is when you can get into that kind of challenge and come out on top. And I think it was just great for the fans, watching the fans that are here at Franklin Field to see a great race like that. And let's not take away anything from Carter Smith. Just because he lost this race doesn't mean he's not talented, doesn't mean that he doesn't have that edge. Sometimes it just means one person's going to win and one person's going to lose. Or I should say one person has got to win, and unfortunately one person has got to lose. I wouldn't call Carter Smith a loser. Again, like you mentioned, 3:59 mile this season. I also don't want to call losers Jay McDonald with a personal best, Michael Mahoric with a personal best, Jonah Montagnesi with a personal best. All of those athletes that got personal best, all of those athletes that made that seeded field in that amazing boys mile, in a way, not to be a cliche, are all winners.
Absolutely. I mean, Carter Smith, keep in mind, he ran 3:59 off of an indoor season where he placed 4th in the indoor mile. So by no means is he under that particular L-word umbrella, and neither are these ladies. You look at the pace they made through 12:09, 3:43.83, and remember the leading time, 4:53.61. Up to the front, you got Addie Rudling of Windsor Legion Track and Field. Moving up on her outside, Elizabeth Trant of Pequozen, Virginia, just outside of Newport News. They call Pequozen Bull City, as we told you yesterday. And you've also got Erin Hinsdale of Wheaton St. Francis in 3rd. Carissa Ambrose trying to strike back. She was your early leader, and she's got a little something left to offer. At least she had taken it through halfway, and here she comes. Carissa Ambrose from Mechanicsville, Virginia, out of Atlee High School. bounding down the final stretch, but not alone. Addie Rudling up on her outside shoulder as they stride to the finish line side by side. Rudling at the line is going to get there.
Wow, just about there. She made a nice, strong move there on the backstretch with about 2:50 to go. Ambrose went before Trant went. I thought Trant looked like she had gotten up on Rudling's shoulder, and I thought Trant was going to make a move, and then out of nowhere, Ambrose made that move, but then Rudling responded in the last 40 meters. And good for her. Keep it strong. Don't give up as soon as that athlete comes around you. And Addie Rudling, 4:55.76. Carissa Ambrose, 4:55.78. Erin Hinsdale holds on for third, 4:56.84.
And so that will be a nice conversion personal record for Addie Rudling, who comes from Windsor in Canada. Windsor, of course, in Ontario, the province